Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy AyksTV bringing you the first video of Project Necrolord Survival Hunter. You guys are probably thinking why Necrolord is because it's pretty much speaks for itself. Necrolord is the least played covenant for Survival Hunter or hunters in general. Just because they have Death Chakram, which doesn't scale very well in AoE and doesn't really do that much single target as well. And also the Soulbinds. The Soulbinds aren't really that good per se. But that comes from a rating perspective. For Mythic Plus, I think there's a way to be able to figure what works really well. And I'm going to go over a couple of things that after doing a couple of keys that we found something really good, and a way that we're going to be able to maximize the play style that I figured out. This is also, I guess, a pre-patch 9.1.5 kind of build, especially with the buff to Death Chakram gaining 10% physical damage by all targets hit. So this build that I've made is going to involve Butchery and Mongoose Bite, and we'll talk about that a bit further. But I also have to go and thank you all for being here. I really appreciate you all. If you like the comment, if you like the content, hit the like, subscribe, and the follow. And for all current Necrolord survival hunters, please leave a message below of any further information about this that I can find. It is going to be really great, and I can share this information and try it out as well. But let's get to the video. So let's talk about the build and why I'm setting up the talents this way. We're going to talk about the 15 row and 25 row together. So Alpha Predator is kill command has 2 charges and deals 30% increased damage. And we're swapping to Butchery, attacks 5 targets, inflicting physical damage, and reduces the wildfire bomb by 1 second up to 5 seconds. So this works well together. Butchery actually drops 5 focus down from 35 focus from Carve. So pretty much it's a Raptor Strike / 1 Mongoose Bite. So what you can do in AoE, you can set up your Serpent Stings, you can throw your Wildfire Bomb, you can hit your Butchery, and then you can hit your Kill Command, and you hit your Butchery, then you can use Kill Command. So it's pretty much just, Butchery is just a replacement for single target. So you're never going to hit your Raptor Strike or your Mongoose Bite in AoE. You're going to be weaving in your Butcheries, you're going to be weaving in your Kill Commands, you're going to be weaving in your Serpent Stings. So they work really well together. So AoE, you go Butchery, Kill Command, Butchery. In a single target, you're going Raptor Strike, Kill Command, Raptor Strike. So it's pretty much the same kind of gameplay, but you're just switching up which buttons you're going to press. So you have AoE and your single target. The next one that we're going to really pick up is Bloodseeker, just because Kill Command, so Bloodseeker, Kill Command leaves a dot for over 8 seconds and you gain 10% attack speed. It's just free damage, and it works well with Alpha Predator, and you can spread that bleed damage as well. The next one, which I'm iffying about, and the reason why I've selected in the 45 row is Mongoose Bite, is because this is centered mostly around AoE. So you have the bag of munitions, you have Butchery, they're really AoE specific, and because you don't have cluster, your Wildfire Bomb doesn't really do that much damage in AoE. So we need a way to be able to balance the single target and balance the AoE perspective of the Necrolord build. So we went with Mongoose Bite. So as a Mongoose Bite, you do 2.6 physical damage, but Mongoose Bite stacks up by 5, and every time you use it, it gains 15% extra damage over, 14 seconds. So every time you use it, it goes 15 to 30, 45, and so on. So it gives you I feel like it gives you the right balance in for single target for boss damage, whereas when you're in an AoE, you're using like I mentioned, you're using Butchery, then you're using Kill Command. It's pretty much the same type of gameplay that you're using, but you're just switching those 2 spells. And it's been doing really well for me. It's been doing really well for me. I'm enjoying it a lot. And the last row, birds of prey. The birds of prey, attacking your pet with pet's target with mongoose spike, butchery, or coordinated assault, it extends by 1.5. So what will happen is every time you hit your mongoose spike with your coordinated assault, you just gain a flat 20% damage over 20 seconds. So you can pop your coordinated assault, and you can run in and just start using your butchery, and your butchery is going to add a whole bunch of seconds to coordinated assault while you're going in. So it's really good. I feel like birds of prey is going to be the best because you're not running guerrilla tactics. So wildfire infusion, you're only having one charge, and chakrams, unfortunately, just chakrams is just it's just not there. There's just not enough for it to play around at the moment. So birds of prey, you just have it up for a longer time. You're doing 20% more damage longer. Your butchery is going to do 20% more damage. Your kill commands and your mongoose bites as well. So that's the build that I've been playing around with at the moment to find the right balance between, like I mentioned, AoE and your single target. You have birds of prey and your mongoose bite, so you can have your mongoose bite up longer and you're doing more damage with mongoose bite. And then also in AoE you have birds of prey smashing with your carve. You're getting that 1.5 second extra every time you use your butchery. So in AoE you're just doing 20% more extra damage. I feel that's the right balance, but like I mentioned, if any other Necrolord survival hunters that do play, I want to know your build. Leave a comment down below and let me know how you guys play it at the moment. But I've been finding the most success currently at the moment, so I've only been doing like 5 to 8 keys because my eye level's 210, but I'm finding a lot of success in these keys. I'm doing like 6k overall damage at a 210 eye level, which you'll see in this video as well. So the legendary that we're going to use, we're actually going to be using the Necrolord class Covenant legendary, which is called Bag of Munitions. Up to 2 targets hit by your Death Chakram, they also have explosive shot. So how it works is when you throw your Death Chakrams, 7 targets are going to be hit, or 7 chakrams will be thrown out. The first 2 targets that are hit by your Death Chakrams, explosive shot is attached to them, and what happens is explosive shot pretty much explodes and hits 6 targets after 2 seconds. So you throw your Death Chakram, your first target will start ticking down 2 seconds with explosive shot that will explode, and then the next chakram that it hits, or the next chakram target that it hits, it will put up another explosive shot, and then once after 2 seconds that explosive shot will hit for 2 targets. So like I mentioned, this is hopefully going to work with the AoE uncapped in 9.1.5, where explosive shot will just do lesser damage past 6 targets. So you'll still be getting uncapped AoE, but just lesser damage. And the reason why we've picked this legendary is because this legendary is fun. I like it. I've enjoyed it so much, and I want to build this playstyle around Bag of Munitions rather than working with guerrilla tactics and wildfire infusion. So we're going to be running it with the Death Chakram legendary. Alright, so Soulbind. Soulbind is actually an interesting talk here. And I figured out there's 2 different playstyles with the Necrolord Covenants. You have Plague Deviser Marleth, which is personal gain. And then you have Emini, which is a group gain. So depends how you play around your group. If your group has really good cooldowns every minute or 45 seconds, and you can time your Death Chakrams with them, then Emini will be really good. Or if you solely want to play for yourself, which I do, you want to play Plague Deviser Marilith, and I think with Plague Deviser Marilith is the one that's going to give you the more oomph, and you're going to see more damage come from yourself. So the reason why Plague Deviser Marilith is, so the top tree, the top talent within the Soulbind is called Volatile Solvent. Fleshcraft's passive effect consumes a corpse nearby. So what happens is, when you throw on your Fleshcraft, when you're going through the dungeon and while you have Fleshcraft active, any mob that has been killed, Fleshcraft consumes their corpse and it gives you a random buff. So for humanoid, when you use it like at the start of the dungeon, you get mastery. I think when you kill a beast, you get % agility for 2 minutes. And every time you run past, and like, what's the good thing about it is, every time you keep killing targets, Fleshcraft keeps reconsuming bodies, and it keeps that buff up as well. So it keeps that 2 minute buff, and it just keeps refreshing and refreshing. So as long as you can keep your Fleshcraft cooldown, you're not taking so much damage that it pops, the Fleshcraft passive is just going to keep absorbing all bodies, and you're just going to help yourself. You're just going to help yourself get more damage. I think there's one where you kill a target, you get a self-heal. It's actually really good. I actually really enjoy it a lot, but I don't keep Fleshcraft active a lot, so I need to make a weak aura for that. So Volatile Solvent is actually really good. I actually didn't realize how good it was. I thought that it would only suck up the corpses nearby when you use it, but it actually sucks up corpses while you run past even new mobs that die. So you can actually maintain the buffs throughout the whole dungeon while your Fleshcraft is active. And the last one at the bottom, bro, is Kevin's Oozling. When you throw your Death Chakram, Kevin's Oozling fights alongside you for 15 seconds. And what happens is, the target that you're hitting, your main target that you're hitting, they take 6% additional damage from you. And also it gives a shield to all nearby targets. Really, really good. It means when you're in 9.1.5, they're going to be taking 10% increased physical. Then you're going to be taking another 6% on top of that. So it's like multiplicative. And then you also have your strength of the pack. When you use kill command, you gain a flat % increased damage. So and then you also have coordinated assault, which you're doing 20% extra damage. So all these multiplicative % damage increases is just going to be insane for Survival Hunter. So, like I mentioned, if you want to play solely for yourself, and the one that, again, I've had the most success currently with, be running Plague Deviser Marilith. And as you can see in the tree above, you'll see how it's been set up. You have Strength of the Pack, you have Stinging Strike. Stinging Strike works well with your Mongoose Bite. And then you also have Deadly Tandem, which increases your coordinated assault duration by a couple of seconds. It just means you have that up longer, and when you're going through AoE, you're going to have it up longer, and then when you're going single target, you're going to have it up longer. So it just all works well together. You won't actually run the Necrotic Barrage, so Death Chakram gives you 2 focus more and gains an additional % damage. That is really lackluster. Death Chakram actually hit like a wet noodle, so you don't want the wet noodle to hit for a softer wet noodle. So you'll be running Strength of the Pack, you'll be running Stinging Strike, and you'll also be running Deadly Tandem. So that's the Soulbinds. Like I mentioned, any Necrolord Survival PvE is out there right now. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you're running, what kind of build. Like I said way earlier, this build is going to be hopefully something that I'm going to be running it now because I love Butchery, and I think with the buffs in 9.1.5 with Death Chakram doing 10% increased physical damage, that plus Butchery is just going to be like insane AoE as well. So if you like this video, I'm going to be making my, I guess, little video series of Project Necrolord Survival until 9.1.5 comes out. And let's see if we can get KSM. Let's see if we can get KSM, and let's see how much damage we can do. So I appreciate you all. I hope you stay safe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.